Hello, and welcome back to Morrowind Mondays with me, Auron, and Rayloff Iceblade, the Northern Crusader. When last we left off, we delved into the Dwemer ruin of Arkansas, and within we found the Dwemer cube for Hasfit and Tabalus and returned it to him. And then we returned to Caius, who gave us yet another job, yet another task. We had to speak with an orc mage over at the Mages Guild, who was definitely not a necromancer, and do yet another favor for her in order to obtain yet more intelligence on the Nerevarine prophecies and the Sixth House secret cult. Welcome back. I lost the thread of the intro there. Okay. My goodness. So yeah. I got our butts over to Pelagiad. We have to go and check out a little... Oh yeah, there's this whole Larius Varro thing, which is somehow taking up several pages of my goddamn journal here. Okay, not several. 4 pages. No, 4 pages is several, right? Yeah, that's several. I'm not wrong. Anyway, so I have to go to the Andrano Ancestral Tomb and get a skull from therein. Hang on, I have a sneeze coming. Excuse me. Hopefully I remember to edit that out. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and head into the tomb here. And get that skull for her. Rayloff is not a fan of necromancers. However, it's what he's gotta do right now. What he's gotta do. He's gotta help out a necromancer, even though he's not a fan of them. Despite their legal status in the Empire. Ooh, our acrobatics increased. Nice. Just from jumping off a goddamn... Yeah, we're gonna do it. Hey, it had, did, nothing to it. Nice. So we're gonna go ahead and do this little favor for her. And thereby, get another piece of information that our commanding officer? Agent? I think agent would be appropriate. Our commanding agent, Caius Sades, wants, desires, even. So, there will surely be undead things in here, so we've got our enchanted axe ready to go. Ready to cut through some undead monsters with an axe. It'll be a lot of fun. And, yeah, hopefully we survive. Fingers crossed, right? Well, there's the tomb. Head to a quick save here. Okay. Head on in. Alright. Poor adventurer died here. Oop, there's a ghost. Hello, ghost. It's alright that it resisted magic, I just need to be able to hit it. Take the the ectoplasm. Hurt me a little bit, but I'm okay otherwise. I think that's a bone walker. Don't like bone walkers. He knows. That skeleton is bad news. I don't want to get hit by it. Oh shit. Oh shit. That ain't good. Come on. Come on, please! 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 Oh god. Oh, it's almost wearing off. Ah, shit. Alright, hang on. I better take a healing potion, which I'm somehow able to drink even though I'm paralyzed. Oh god. Better take another one. Oh my god, again? Oh my god. Run out! Will you ever run out of the goddamn arrows? Please! Oh my god. He stacked them. He stacked the goddamn paralysis effects. Oh my god, and I fall down. No! Oh No, please! Oh my god, why? I just have to sit here and accept death? No, I refuse. We'll use this. I just gotta wait for it to wear off. Oh, and it's stacked again. Oh, come on! I know, this is riveting gameplay. I'm sure. Will he ever run out? Oh, come on! There we go. What a pain in the ass. Oh my god, he had so many of them. And take them and sell them. What an asshole. Alright. Eat your bone meal, you freak. That was extremely upsetting. But we're still alive! That's a good thing. Let's do a quick save here, just in case. Your bones will be my dinner! That's an orc. I don't know why I said that. Alright. Hopefully we don't deal with any more of these horrible skeletons with paralysis arrows. Jesus Christ, that was mean! Oh, that was so mean. Alright. What's around this corner? Nothing? Alright, thank God. What's in this room? I'm gonna purge this place with undead filth. What Nerather's gonna do. Not Nerather. God damn it! Rayloff! That's what Rayloff's gonna do. Rayloff respect. Nerather respects the Dark Elf burial customs. He appreciates them. Rayloff does not. Rayloff has no respect for these customs. Shit. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, another archer. God damn it. That's not good. There we go. Crippled skeleton. Oh, how'd he get crippled? That's new. Oh, thank God he wasn't using the flame arrows. God, that could have spelled trouble for us. Silver dagger. Take it and sell it. Smugglers Bane. I don't really care for the ones that still negative effects. And aren't particularly useful to grab. I will eat the bone meal. Ooh! Find. Come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Alright, how about this? Nice. What's this? Nordic battle axe? Eh. Don't need it. Yum. Yum. But it had no effect on me. Very unfortunate. Yum. 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 Delicious. Quick save. Open the door. I think that's the path to progress, so let's check over here first. Yet another skeleton. Well, use my sword on this one. Kelly, eat your doom. Shall free you from undeath. I shall free you from undeath. There we go. That's the right voice. Figured it out. Pure paralyzation. Well, that'll come in handy. If only I found that earlier. I should eat that. There we go. Eat it, and it will have no effect on me. Much sadness has been incurred, inflicted upon me even by the lack of effects. Let's do a quick little heal. Do mean little, because I don't need very much right now. Skeleton! Prepare to be freed from undeath! You shall finally rest in peace. I think Rayloff really does believe he's doing a good thing by slaying these ancestral guardians. He really does think he's doing a good thing. As far as he's concerned, their souls are probably suffering. Of course, he doesn't know. I don't think he knows about burial custom. Well, I mean, I think he got enough information from Sharn Grimuzgob to have a vague inkling of it, right? The Dark Elves use necromancy as part of their burial practices, and he thinks that's barbaric. And they call me the barbarian. We Nords do not, at least we Nords do not enslave our dead. Wait a minute. Never mind the Draugr. Homilies of Blessed Almalexia. Perhaps we'll read it later, but we still have to read on Morrowind. Never mind the Draugr. That we did not do that to them on purpose. We just find them that way. Nobody knows why the Draugr are around. They just are. I have freed ye from undeath. Alright, there we go. You guys are enjoying my rendition of Morrowind Nord voice. This is pretty valuable. That for fun. This is worth, like, nothing. Delete that for fun. Delete this for fun. 36 Lessons of Vivek, Sermon 15. You have gained knowledge from this book. Your unarmored skill increased to 9. We shall read this later. These are very confusing and weird. Skull of Lavul Andrano. Found it. Then we have the Dagger of Judgment, which is really kind of shitty. Well, I guess that effect would stack, I think. Right? If you keep damaging their endurance and strength, that's gonna suck over time. So I guess it's pretty good as far as something build level goes, right? Roll of Elemental Burst, Fire, we'll take it. Native Gajulan Bone Mold Helm. I will take that and sell it. Bargain Shock Resistance. Cheap Restore Luck. Take the cheap potion. Leave that out. So it can look pretty, so to speak. Alright, cool. We're gonna make our way back to Pelagiad. We're not exactly in a rush to return to Balmora at this time. There is a smuggling cave near Pelagiad, which I always hit up after this quest. At this point, it's become a bit of a tradition for me. Did I get this door earlier? Yeah, I did. Okay, I was in here. There's a smuggler's cave relatively near Pelagiad that I always hit up after doing this particular dungeon. Bit of a tradition of mine. And yes, it is metagaming, and I really have no reason for Rayloff to know where that is, but fuck it, tradition must live on. Every playthrough I do, I have to hit up this cave. Smugglers' caves in general are really good to hit up, because they have a lot of good loot that you can sell off. Really good way to make a lot of money pretty quickly after one dungeon, assuming you can carry a good amount of stuff. But, what time is it in the world? 6 p.m? It is getting kind of late, so maybe Rayloff will rest up for the night before we head over to that place. Pork Bulb? Can't say words, apparently. Kind of valuable. Not valuable at all. Not really, anyway. We'll eat some Calmberry. Actually, we won't eat Calmberry at all. I lied. I'm a liar. Take the Pork Bulb. Pork Bulb. Why is it so hard for me to say? The L-U-B. L-B. Oh my fucking god. I can't. Ugh. What is wrong with me? I cannot speak today, apparently. There we go. Feeling better. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. We are back at Pelagiad. We're gonna go ahead and rest up at the inn over here for the evening. And then in the morning we will take on that Smugglers Cave. We'll have a lot more loot. But maybe we should sell off some things. Maybe we should do that. Well, what could we sell? Well, we could sell the arrows. Sell the lame fireblade and the silver dagger. Okay, so we do got a few things we can get rid of. Eventually I'm going to sell this book, but I do think we should read it first in the interest of just kind of familiarizing ourselves with the native religion and all that. No point in bringing a civilization to this place if you don't understand it first. Rayloff thinks himself. He is definitely drunk the Imperial Kool-Aid. Alright, let's rest upstairs. Food and beds, or both, at the same time. Your choice. Bed, please. Yes, we have one available. It's 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it? Of course. Great, the bed is yours. At the end of the hall upstairs, you'll find it unlocked. Enjoy your stay in Pelagiad. Come to think of it, we read on Morrowind in the last episode, so you know what? Before Rayloff goes to bed, perhaps we'll read from that 36 lessons of Vivek and absolutely just get confused. The good news is that after we read it, we'll be able to sell it, so there is that. Let's give it a read. These were the days of Resdania. Oh, this is Sermon 15, by the way. Sermon 15. These were the days of Resdania, when Keimer and Dwemer lived under the wise and benevolent rule of the Almsivi and their champion, the Hortator. When the gods of Eloth would retreat unto their own to mold the cosmos and other matters, the Hortator would at times become confused. Vivek would always be there to advise him, and this is the third of the 3 lessons of ruling kings. The ruling king will remove me, his maker. This is the way of all children. His greatest enemy is the Sharmat, who is the false streamer. You or he is the shingle, Hortator. Beware the wrong walking path. Beware the crime of benevolence. Behold him by his words. I am the Sharmat. I am older than music. What I bring is light. What I bring is a star. What I bring is an ancient sea. When you sleep, you see me. Oh, God. When you sleep, you see me, dancing at the core. It is not a blight. It is my house. I put a star into the world's mouth to murder it. Tear down the pylons, my blind fish. Swim in the new phlogiston. Tear down the pylons, my deaf moons. Sing and burn and orbit me. I am older than music. What I bring is light. What I bring is a star. What I bring is an ancient sea. That was fun. You alone, though you come again and again, can unmake him. Whether I allow it is within my wisdom. Go unarmed into his den with these words of power. Ey, Gartak Padame, Kim. Ey, Altadun! Or do not. The temporal myth is man. Reach heaven by violence. This magic I give to you. The world you will rule is only an intermittent hope, and you must be the letter written in uncertainty. The ending of the words is Almsivi. You know, I was going to sell this. But now that I've read this for maybe like what? I don't even know how many times I've played Morrowind. Not to completion necessarily. I've played it to completion a couple times, but like I've kind of had start and stop playthroughs. You know, where I start a character and then I get bored. And I've read this. This is maybe my 3rd time reading this book. And now that I'm rereading it for the 3rd time, after having completed the game a couple times, I think I'm going to hang on to this. I'm not going to spoil what... I'm not going to dive into it just yet. Because that would be spoilers for those of you who have not played this game yet. But, It's, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about how the rest of the book goes, that feels very significant. That seems significant. So you know what? We're gonna say that although Ralof originally intended to sell this book, now that he's read it, something about it resonates with him. He's not quite sure why, but something about it resonates, and he's gonna hang on to it. So he didn't understand it. It didn't make a lick of sense to him, but it was interesting. Interesting enough that he's gonna hang on to it for a bit. And I shall say no more. So, time for a day of adventuring. We're gonna go ahead and sell off the things that we already got to our adventure. And then we're gonna set off on a new adventure. Let's head to this general store here. General Trader. Hello. Welcome, Outlander. What brings you to Pelagiad? Can I help you find a specific place? No, you can't, actually. I'm here to sell you things. You like things, right? Things are good. Everybody likes things. Here. Take this, take that. Take that. Take all these. Take all those. Do we sell on Morrowind? Nah. But we're definitely gonna sell these. The Wraith's wedding dowry. Did we read that already? That's a great fucking question. I'm not sure. Drag wax. We're not gonna be able to make any potions with this anytime soon, so let's sell it. Sell the ash salts. Sell the ghoul heart. Alright, let's barter him up a little bit. Come on. Have we read the Wraith's wedding dowry? I'm gonna give it a quick flip through. No, we definitely haven't. Alright, well that'll be something to read later on then. Alright. Well then, let's set off on yet another adventure, shall we? So the cave that I'm thinking of is kind of northeast-ish of Pelagiad. Here's a funny thing. So I work as a tutor. Tutor/reading teacher. And I learned something very interesting over the course of this reading teaching job that I've been working in summer. And I never noticed this before, but now that I've learned it, I see it everywhere. In a word, so let's take an example. Let's take the word Nordic, for instance, right? So in between the O and the I, you have two consonants, right? And whenever you see that, this is the case in a lot of different words. Whenever you have a vowel or a vowel team, as we call them, a vowel pair, right? OA. Or as I tell my students, a vowel team. Whenever you have two consonants in between the letter, in between your vowels here, the first vowel is always going to be short, always, without exception. On the other hand, if we take a word like major, right? So in between the A and the O, right, your two vowels, you have a single consonant. The first vowel could be either long or short. Now, that is obviously there is major is not the correct way to say this word. Major is the right way. So you just kind of have to try it out. But for the words in the English language where you're like, well, it could be long, that vowel sound could be long or short. Bet you anything that, that word is following that pattern, right? So anyway, that there are exceptions. Like if I'm looking at the word northern, for example, right, the O is controlled by the R, so you're not saying aw, right? You're saying or because the O is controlled by the R, right? Same thing for, actually, yeah, I use Nordic. Nordic was a bad example because the O is being controlled by the R there, right? Endurance is actually a better example. Endure, right? You've got the two consonants between your two vowels here, so that E is short. Anyway, sorry, I just... Now that I see the pattern, now that I've learned about that pattern, now that it's been made explicit to me, I can't unsee it. difficult for me to unsee it. So now now I'm constantly noticing it everywhere. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Well, to me anyway, because I'm a fucking dork, but I think it's cool. Alright, let's kill this mud crab. He's guarding the treasure, so we gotta kill him. Just the rule, I don't make the rules. Goodbye, mud crab, you were a worthy opponent. Marshmallow is always worth grabbing. Right. All right, let's do a mid-game save here. Let's see here. Alrighty then. Do I have my shield equipped? I do. Great. All right, into danger we go.
You can't escape me.
Oh, you think so? Uh-oh.
Now you're going to get it.
Oh, will I?
You're growing weaker.
You're growing weak. God, she's
One of
tough.
us will die here, and it won't be me.
So you say. You were a worthy opponent. I'm sorry you had to die. Did you have are any of our armor pieces especially valuable? There's a room that has a lot of really valuable stuff, so you know what? I should probably hold off on grabbing anything until we get to that room and clear it. Get the best stuff. We'll hold off on grabbing junk. Oh, that's a big Nick sound. Well, not as big as the one that we found in that one cave. Oof, that was frightening. There we go. Do a quick save. Ow. That I didn't even check to see if it was trapped. That was silly of me. Oh, it'll be you.
You will die where you stand. Arg.
You call yourself a Nord? You have disgraced Ysgramor. I can't stop. Once I start doing it, I just can't stop. I'm a monster. And we'll keep it on him. And we got a mage up here, I think, and I think they shoot poison. You will die where you stand. Let's see here. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, we were just barely. Oh my god, we clinched that. Holy shit. Awesome. Alright, let's take a. Let's use this and then just cast a heal on ourselves. Alright, this is the room with all the really valuable stuff. You got scrolls galore, you got a pretty valuable book, he's got a good weapon. You know, a lot of good stuff in here to grab, so. Alright, let's do a quick heal. Awesome. Yeah, Orcish Battle Axe is great. Slave key, of course they're holding slaves because they're bastards. We'll eat an egg. Grief is Sujama, though. Okay, we'll worry about that later. We'll just take all these scrolls. Don't really need to worry about what they are. Yeah. Sure. Yes. The Axeman. Ooh, that's a good one for us. How close are we to a level anyway? Oh wow, we're pretty darn close. Holy shit. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Exclusive Restore Luck, I'll take that. Induces Unhinging. Sujama. Take that. I'll eat the salt rice. Shitty. That. Nope. Sujama. Mazte. Iron Cuirass. It's too heavy to be worth taking. Goosey's Unhinging. Gold. More. I thought that was Sujama. Shine. Sheen. I feel like it could be either, but maybe Shine. Yeah, it can be either one. Alright, more Induces Unhinging, salt rice, which I will just eat actually. I'll eat some bread. Take the ash yam and eat it. Okay, we got another scroll of Unduces Unhinging, Fidgely's Gem Feeder. How does Rayloff feel about trapping souls? I don't know, actually. I think he views enchanted weapons as probably something that he has to use. It's not something that he loves, because, you know, he doesn't exactly relish it because they were created with the souls of dead things. He finds that almost necromancy. I think he probably thinks of that as necromancy adjacent. So while he'll use enchanted items, you know, he doesn't exactly love it. He doesn't love doing it. If he could make do without them, he would, but it is too damn useful. With that being said, though, I don't think he'd be down to trap souls himself. I think he has a moral objection to that. So, with that being said, let's see if we can open up this bad boy. See if we get lucky. Oh, well. Yep, there you go. Wonder how bad the trap is. Well, we have a scroll of Unduces Unhinging. We have several of them, actually, so let's use it. What did it do, exactly? Burden. Nothing, no big deal. Corpse Preparation, volumes 1 and 2. Ugh. I don't think he wants to touch those. Well, that affected me not at all. That was great. Awesome. Hell yeah. I basically opened that without any fucking consequences at all, you losers. Alright. Wonderful. Alright. Doing pretty good. Okay. Now then, let's see about freeing the slaves here. Alright. Did I quick save? I'm gonna do it again just in case I forgot. I'm pretty sure I did it, but you never know. I'm a pretty forgetful guy.
You fight like a child.
Hey, let's do a quick swig of this and hit her with this. Excellent. Nice. Fantastic. Alright, let's free these slaves.
Why do you approach?
Go free! Go free!
You want something?
Go free! Yay! Fuck slavery! Hell yeah! Alright, Sujama. Mazde. Quality restores speed. Iridolic brandy. Quality restore endurance. Eat the salt rice. It does nothing. The wooden chest. Exclusive restore willpower. Nice. Alright, cool. We're walking away with a pretty good haul here. What the fuck does that mean? Small... What? Oh, I get it. He's talking about, like, table etiquette. Okay. Yeah, I honestly have no fucking clue, man. I don't know. This is all made-up rules. Who gives a shit? Well, cool. So, we got a pretty good bounty of stuff here. Now, in terms of returning... Yeah, we do have a scroll of CV intervention. A scroll. Exactly one scroll of CV intervention. Do I dare use it to just teleport back to Balmora? It's very tempting. We might need it again. Well, you know, we also have, because I'm thinking about that whole the whole deal with the Dwarven Ruin, because I do want to dive back in there, because we could get more. There's a good chance of getting more Dwarven scrap metal, which we need for that quest for the temple. So, I think I'm gonna hang on. I think, okay, so what I'll do is, once we sell off some of this stuff... Well, we don't have to sell it off here, actually, come to think of it. We can just CV back. Wait a minute, would it teleport us back to the deck? I don't think so, but let's do a quick save, just in case. If it does, we'll load again. No, it took us to Balmora. Fantastic. Alright, great. So we can sell off some of the stuff that we just got. Get rid of it. Report back to Sharn Grimuzgob. And then we'll talk to Hasfit, see if he has an update for us on that, on the key situation. Or should we look into the matter of corruption here? You know what? We'll save the matter of corruption for last. That'll be the last thing we deal with before we leave again for the mainland. So you know what? Yeah, we'll go back to the Dwemer Ruin after we speak with Caius. Well, after we speak with Hasfit. Following speaking with Caius. We'll go from there. I think that's a plan. Alright, we have a lot of shit to sell, just in general, so let's maybe hit up the general trader here. He's happy to see me. Hello.
No time for you.
Never mind, he is not happy to see me at all. Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons. Daedric weapons? What? You say these are not Daedric weapons? No, you are right. But Ravir is no liar. When you wish it, Ravir's fiend, demon, and devil weapon will be as sharp as fine Daedric and as light as a Netch air sack. The magic lasts a short time, but long enough to punch through the toughest armor. Ravir buys them direct from the Telvanni. You'll not find any cheaper in all Balmora. I'm trying to do the whole roll the R's thing, but it's kind of difficult. It's a little challenging. Yeah, these are interesting for sure. But yeah, not gonna touch them. Too expensive, also. Too expensive. All right. Let's get rid of the Orcish Battle Axe because it's worth a hefty sum. Oh, you don't even have enough to buy it. Okay, well, we'll sell some other things to you. We'll sell the Sujama. We'll sell the Ectoplasm. Yeah, we'll sell the Ectoplasm. We'll sell... Okay. Well, let's sell off some of the potions. I know these are really good, but they're also very, very... expensive. So, honestly, I'm never gonna remember to use them. I'm horrible at remembering to use potions, so might as well just get rid of them. Hey, we're getting there. Want to hang on to that. We'll hang on to that. The cheap restore health really isn't worth it, is it? Probably not, huh? Okay. Cheap restore luck. Oh, let's get rid of the grief, actually. There we go. Now let's see if we can barter him up to the maximum. Yeah, we can. Nice. 1,956 gold. Perfect. Okay, let's head over to the weapons dealer over here and see about getting rid of the orcish weapon. I think that's the plan. Meldor. That's like probably one of the evilest names I've ever heard for a goddamn Bosmer. Holy shit. Alright, let's see about getting rid of some things here. Nordic Trollbone helm. That is tempting to get. Are you wearing a Trollbone cuirass? That should be on a Nordic body, not a pitiful little wood elf like yourself. Oh, fantasy racism. Alright, let's get rid of this. The fantasy racism came from me, though, so that's a problem. that is a problem, to be clear. I should not have said that. I am sorry, Meldor. I'm sure you're a fine person. Except you seem to hate me, so. You know what? He could tell. He could tell that Rayloff's just a little bit racist. Alright, well, he's not going to buy anything else from me, so. Barter him up. Perfect. Cyrodiil Brandy. We'll hang on to it for now. Do that. There we go, we're feeling a bit better now. Alright, let's go talk to Sharn.
You dare
Talk?
betray the clan?
What clan? What are you talking about? I don't even know who my parents are. I only got the nickname Iceblade because, well, I use both destruction magic and swords. I don't know. Anyway.
Say your business.
Again, is this about the errand you are doing for me? Yeah. Very good. I'll just take that skull from you. Perfect for what I have in mind. Thank you. Now, as I promised, I'll answer your questions on the Nerevarine cult. Go ahead. This Ashlander cult believes the long-dead hero, Nerevar, will be reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes. According to legend, the prophesied Nerevarine will cast down the false gods of the Tribunal Temple, restore the traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders, and drive all Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlaw the cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders, who care little for Imperial or Temple law. Here, take this copy of my notes on the topic for Caius. Nerevar? Nerevar is a First Age hero of the Dunmer people. He was a great general and leader. He helped form the First Council and united the Dunmer houses against foreign invaders, aided by the traders of House Dagoth. He triumphed over Morrowind's enemies at Red Mountain, but died in the battle. Nerevarine? The Ashlanders have a prophecy that the legendary hero Nerevar will be reborn. They call this reincarnated hero the Nerevarine. Alright, let's take a look at these notes. Nerevarine cult notes. Okay, yeah, this is all new, so this is separate from whatever she told us. We'll actually step off to the side here. Thank you, by the way. Step off to the side here and read it.
Clearly he was wrong.
We'll imagine that we're sitting at a table. Alright. Yeah, why not? We'll imagine. We'll use our imaginations. Isn't that fun? We're having fun. We're having so much fun using our imaginations. Alright. The following are notes from the Sharn Grimuzgob to Caius. Okay, if I'm pulling out, is the East silent? Cossades? Sounds so weird. Cossades? That also sounds weird. I'm gonna stick with Cossades. I don't know. It just sounds right to me. Probably because I heard one other Let's Player say it that way, and now for the rest of my life, I can't. Every other way sounds incorrect. Alright, the Nerevarine cult. This Ashlander religious cult following... Oh, whoops. This Ashlander religious cult follows prophecies of a Nerevar reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes, to re-establish the traditions of the prophet Beloth, to cast down the false gods of the gods of the Tribunal Temple, and to drive all Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlaw the cult. but it persists among the Ashlanders, despite Imperial and Temple repression. Because it is persecuted, it remains a secret cult, and it is hard to judge how widespread it is among the Ashlanders, or whether it has any following outside the Ashlander tribes. The Nerevarine. The Ashlanders firmly believe that Nerevar will return to restore the glories of ancient Resdayn. Morrowind was called Resdayn before the Imperial occupation. The Ashlanders say the great houses and the temple have abandoned the pure teachings of the Prophet Beloth, forsaking ancestor worship for the false gods of the Tribunal and embracing the comforts of civilization that corrupted the High Elves. The temple, on the other hand, venerates Saint Nerevar but rejects the disgusting notion that the false incarnate will walk the earth like a ghoul. Nerevar. The temple honors Saint Nerevar as the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor and companion of Vivek, Almalexia, and Sothasil, who united the Dunmer houses to destroy the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies at Red Mountain. But the Ashlanders say Nerevar promised to honor the ancient spirits in the tribal law, and that he will come again to honor that promise. To the Ashlanders, this means destroying the hang on. I lost my place. To the Ashlanders, this means destroying the false temple and driving the Imperial invaders from the land. Got it. Nerevarine prophecies. Dream visions and prophecies are a respected tradition in Ashlander culture. Their wise women and shamans take careful note of dreams and visions, and pass on the tribe's legacies of vision and prophecy to their successors. By contrast, the temple and the Western faiths are suspicious of mysticism, and they regard interpretation of dreams and visions as primitive superstition. The most common version of the Nerevarine prophecy is, "The Stranger!" The verses are obscure, as are most prophecies, but two observations are in order. First, many less well-informed scholars assume that the phrase, "journeyed far 'neath moon and star," is just a cliché to suggest a very long journey. But the Nerevar of legend was known to possess a magical ring named One Clan Under Moon and Star, a very wordy name for a ring, upon which Nerevar is supposed to have sworn his promise to honor ancient Ashlander traditions and land rights. Second, the reference to 7 curses must certainly refer to the lost prophetic verses known to the Ashlanders as the 7 Curses! The Stranger! When earth is sundered and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the 7 curses, to the hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far 'neath moon and star. Though stark born to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Lost prophecies. Ashlander elders complain of prophecies which have been lost to tribal memory due to the carelessness or ineptitude of earlier generations of wise women and Ashkons. Suspicious scholars wonder whether these prophecies might have been deliberately forgotten or suppressed. 3 Nerevarine prophecies in particular are said to have been lost. 1. The Lost Prophecies, 2. The 7 Curses, and 3. 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Perhaps these lost prophecies will someday be found, either in forgotten accounts written by literate travelers, or in the memories of isolated Ashlanders, or in the secret traditions of the wise women and shamans. Very interesting read. Gave us a little bit of background on this whole Nerevarine thing, and I'm sure that Caius will be most interested in this. Though it's still a mystery to Ralof why Caius seems to care so much for these superstitions of
My time is
the local dark elves. Very, very odd to him that Caius is so invested in this. But if it's the will, it's the will of the Emperor, so, you know, Ralof lives to serve. This is too small. There we go. Now we have a better look at Ralof. Nice. But yeah, this is all a mystery to him and very strange. Caius's reasons for this are opaque to him right now.
What do you want?
And quite frankly, he, Ralof wants to get back out there and smash some evil, slice through some evil with axe and sword, but this is what he's doing for now. So, as I was saying that, I started thinking of Minsk of Baldur's Gate fame, and I wasn't thinking of Minsk when I had this character concept in mind at all, but just saying that made me think of him. Anyway, hello there.
How can I help you?
Are you here to discuss your orders, Ralof Iceblade? Or is there something else you want? Yeah, I have some notes for you. These are Sharon's notes on the Nerevarine cult. Excellent. I'm promoting you to Blade's apprentice, Ralof Iceblade. I'd like some time to think how this fits in with the Emperor's plans for you. So, if you'd like to get a little freelance adventuring, go ahead. Whenever you're ready, I'll have new orders for you. Okay, well, Blade's apprentice? Yes, I'm promoting you to apprentice rank, effective immediately. And here's a little present, 2 spell scrolls. The Divine Intervention will recall you to the nearest Imperial Shrine, and the Almsevi Intervention will recall you to the nearest temple. They come in handy for a quick getaway. No, Ralof Iceblade, no thanks needed. You're doing great work. Now, get out of here and let me read. Before I go, sir, I've been having some strange dreams lately, and I'm not quite sure what to make of them. You're worrying me, Ralof Iceblade. You're not going loopy on me, are you? Well, a word of advice. In Morrowind, if you have disturbing dreams, the temple says you are crazy, and they want to lock you up. If you have disturbing dreams and think they mean something, then the temple thinks you're a prophet or witch. They want to lock you up. So take my advice and keep a lid on it. Alright, fair enough. Little advice? No, I think we've talked about that before. Yeah, still no option for learning about the different houses, huh? From him. Very strange. Okay, well. I'll go for now. I'll leave you to your reading. Goodbye. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Hasfit and Tabalus. See if he has more for me regarding the Dwemer Ruin. Just east of town.
Speak, traveler.
I try to orient myself here.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing,
Say
sir.
your words.
Alrighty then. Guild of Fighters.
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. Sister Fighter, just here to talk to Hasfit. He says as he's walking away and she can no longer hear him. Alright. Hasfit and
Do you want
Tabalus.
something from me?
Well met, Outlander. What is it?
You're also an Outlander. Technically, kind of. Alright. Hello again, Ralof Iceblade. What do you want? You already gave me the Dwemer puzzle box. Sure? Yes. I'm here for the key. What? Oh, yes, I'd forgotten. Here's the Dwemer key, according to the instructions I found on the puzzle box you brought me. I have no idea what it's good for, but if you take it back to Arkington, maybe you'll find the lock it opens. Thank you. Very interesting. Tell me a little bit more about the Dwemer. The Dwemer are the fabled lost dwarven race, whose ruins and splendid artifacts are scattered across Tamriel. Elves use the term Dwemer, connoting variously deep-dwelling, profound, and close-counseled. Imperial usage is dwarven, derived in fable from the affectionate regard of the giant races for their little Dwemer friends. There are several Dwemer sites on Vardenfell, and many have found Dwemer artifacts. Weapons, armor, housewares, coins, and other items of Dwemer design are often found in Dwemer ruins. They are prized by historians and antiquarians, and very valuable. The Emperor, however, has declared all newly discovered Dwemer artifacts to be possessions of the Crown and forbids their trade or sale. Now, smuggling Dwemer artifacts is treason, but smugglers will still risk execution for some profitable crime. Very interesting. Okay, well, I think we'll be off for now. We can always ask more about Dwemer later on. It's a long game, and we can always get more information later. Now, we are kind of running out of time here, so we don't have enough time to go back. But let's go ahead and do a supply run.
That guy asks way too many questions.
See about getting
May I
some,
help you?
not really. Do a little bit of repairs. And I forgot that I just left one right there. Let's pick this one up. Nice. Goodbye. Alright, so we did that. Let's hit up the Alchemist and see about getting some more potions for our
Where's that
adventure.
slave? Here not long ago.
Alright. Be just right here. There we go. Alright, hello there. Greetings, citizen. I'm Nalkaria of Whitehaven. Welcome to Balmora. We're a House Lalu town, and loyal citizens of the Empire. What can I do for you? House Lalu. Still can't tell me anything about him, huh? Barter. At any rate. Let's see. Don't really have any, like, restore health potions. Yeah. Oh, you have some exclusive ones. Sure. A little expensive, but worth having. About Storm Magicka. Okay, we'll take the one. Cost is up to 561 so far, that's fine. That's alright so far. Live with that. Do we want to take that standard? Let's take the standard Rising Force. It'll probably come in handy. See if we can barter her down a bit. Thank you.
My patience is limited.
Let's hit up the, let's also hit up the Alchemist at the Mages Guild and see if she has any more restore health potions.
Anytime you're ready. Just don't keep me waiting.
Alrighty then. Okay. The reason why I'm trying to see if we can get any dialogue options with the houses, because Rayloff doesn't really know much about them. You know, he's curious. He's heard House Lalu, House Red, but no one seems to be willing to tell him about it yet. He doesn't know what any of that means. He doesn't know why the houses are significant yet. So, he wants more information. So far, he's kind of striking out in terms of being able to get it.
Care to tell me what this is about?
Hello,
has
Ajira.
no words for you.
Alright. I'm not going to do her voice. I have such a hard time with it. I mean, restore fatigue is okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, she doesn't have restore health. Doesn't even have restore. Well, she does have a standard restore magicka, so I'll take that. That'll indirectly help us with our health. Alright, cool. We got a couple of useful things that we can use. But, with that being said, I think this is as good a time as any to call the episode. We're about at the hour mark, and we've come to a pretty good natural stopping point. In the next episode, we'll delve into Arkingthand again, see what other treasures await us in there. Additionally, we will start looking into the matter of corruption here in Balmora. So, thank you so much for watching. Until the next episode, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.